I'm not going to bowl because I don't believe he made, in my opinion, a decision that was best for the tournament itself. I didn't bowl again, and I ended up missing the cut by 8. It is what it is, but I mean, if they hit the right button every single time, I'm pretty sure I'm bowling. But it happens. We move on. For now, we're going to watch the championship bowling stream. A cut that I did not make. This is how it is. It is match play now. It's crazy. After Friday, I thought I was going to be bowling on Sunday. And then yesterday, clearly not bowling today. It's all good, though. There was a little incident with the tournament yesterday. So it's a multi-squad event. I didn't bowl again. I only bowled the first squad. There were 4 squads total. Partially didn't bowl. 1, because I thought I had enough. 2, let's talk about what happened. So it was a pattern that required some manipulating to the machine to apply to the lane properly. So the first squad we bowled, the Simo actually toggled, or he messed with the settings so that the machine would put out the pattern properly. So I've actually bowled on both versions. The version that didn't put it out properly was way easier, like not even close. The squad I bowled was on, obviously, the correct pattern. I went 64 over. The leader on the squad was on my pair. He went 94 over. Bowled 298 the first game, and then he went about even the last 4 games. I was like 30 under after 2, and I got to 60 over. So, plastic ball. The second squad, which was the first squad yesterday, actually bowled on the wrong pattern, the wrong version. So there was a mistake, and scores were ridiculously high compared to the first squad. I played golf yesterday morning, and I was getting texts throughout my round. I was like, my friend was telling me that, hey, they're playing way different. They put the other version out. So I'm like, well, okay. And he's like, scores are stupid high. It was like, it's exactly like the other version we practiced on. And we bowled a little head-to-head match on that pattern, and we bowled 500 between the two of us, basically. That was very hard to come by on the actual pattern. I love Chayton. I love what he's trying to do. I try to support the events as much as possible. But I did not bowl another squad because I did not believe in the decision that he made. To rectify the situation, he offered people their entries back for the first 2 squads bowled. While I think that's a great gesture, I don't think that was the right decision for the tournament itself. Because 1, that hurts him. Now money's coming out of his pocket. I'm assuming, I don't know how many people went to get back their entries, but I did not. Because 1, I thought I was going to make the cut. 2, I was like, it doesn't really help anything if I go and take my entry back. Because he's just going to lose a lot of money on the tournament. And it's going to have to come out of his pocket. And that's just not good. What I thought he could have done to help the integrity of the tournament was, it's a 1 in 6 cut. And how this tournament works is to beat the board. A 1 in 6 cut. But obviously, squad to squad, scoring paces could vary just because of, the time of the day, the temperature, who's bowling the squad, whatnot. A lot of things can change the scoring pace of a squad. I always think a multi-squad event should drop pins. Because, I mean, if you just catch the right squad at the right time, you got an opportunity to bowl really high. If you catch the wrong squad at the wrong time, it's going to be a little more difficult. So, what I think he should have done, because it was a situation that nobody really saw coming. It was really no one's fault. I thought he should have just cut by squad and then drop pins. But he didn't do that. So, it's his tournament. He is entitled to do whatever he wants with his tournament, and I respect that. But I'm not going to bowl because I don't believe he made, in my opinion, a decision that was best for the tournament itself. I didn't bowl again, and I ended up missing the cut by 8. It is what it is, but I mean, if they hit the right button every single time, I'm pretty sure I'm bowling. But it happens. We move on. We're just going to watch some bowling. Simo's still alive. We're cheering for Simo. We're also cheering for Coach K. GG3. One of the best amateur bowlers in Vegas. Go soft hand chase. Let's go Santos. That's my guy. I mean, I like Yannick too. But Anthony Santos is one of those guys that you can't really cheer against him. He's just so nice. I see there's a lot of confusion among the rules. So, the hardness rule only applies to urethane balls. For reactive balls, it's not a 2-year age rule thing. It's bowling balls manufactured before August 2022 cannot be used. Anything after that should be within spec. Oh, Coach K lost.
Going for a shootout right here is shot number 1. Ernesto misses that way up the lane, crosses over, gets a strike. These 2 end pairs look awful.
Watching that kid makes me tired. Darren, your poster made him leave that 7-pin. Oh yeah, I'm on the masking unit. And bowled since 2002, just started back bowling 12 weeks ago. Went with two-handed, averaging 185, best game of 245. You sound like a natural. Started dabbling with two-handed release. Scores instantly went up 25, 30 pins using Equinox Solid / Pearl combo. Let's go! That's what we'd love to hear. I wonder if they'll be done by the time the Youth League starts. Guys, I didn't know Daylight Savings was today. It confused the hell out of me. That is not a good count. No politics in the chat, please. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But I don't want any kind of conflicts in our chat regarding that stuff. Can you clear up the urethane rule for junior tournaments? Depends on the tournament. The things they believe in. Oh my goodness. Don't slap that out, man. I mean, you're entitled to celebrate any way you want to. I don't know. I just think there's a certain way, like a certain professionalism with how you handle certain situations, and that's not very professional. That's just my opinion, though. My word is not the say-all be-all or end-all be-all. Wait, did she upper deck a 7-pin to lose? Or rather, I would say... Oh, here we go. Replay. No replay? I want the hit. I don't care about the... We're going to rewind that. Tell me it's a half 7-9 upper deck. Oh, that's an upper deck. No, that's how you lose the match? That's dirty. Oh, man. What's the urethane rule for Junior Gold? Apparently, it's the 78 rule for qualifying, and then if you make the cut, you can't throw urethane. I know I am technically a representative of USBC being on Team USA, but I don't really agree with that because now you're... Like, if you're going to take a ball out of play, just take it out of play. But if you're going to let it be in play, just let it be in play. Like, I don't really understand. And maybe somebody can clarify that for me, or maybe I can find somebody that understands the reasoning behind why they did that. But to me, as someone on the outside looking in, that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, so the kid caved. It's basically the squash or the can opener. He carried that. And the racks at Gold Coast from 1 through 18 are a little sus because they're the old machines from New Orleans, and they have way more play than the rest of the house. So they're more likely to have not so good racks. The rack definitely, I think, played a factor in his squasher, but he came back, he celebrated it, slapped it out, and it's like an unspoken thing, but those are the kinds of things that make people go over there, look at you and go, I don't like that kid. Again, that's just my opinion, and from experience with how things have unfolded across all the years that I've been bowling in all the places, like that's just the kind of behavior that gets you kind of not well liked. So for Junior Gold, if you have, say, 1 out of 5 balls in your bag that are urethane, would you be able to swap it out after? You have to swap it out after qualifying. Oh, are you saying that you'd be left with 4 balls? No, I think you're allowed to swap it out. You'd have to be, because if there's a competitor that doesn't have a urethane ball, and they get 5 balls, and they make the cut, and let's say you have a urethane ball, and you make the cut, it wouldn't really be fair for you to have 4 and the other person have 5. What's the best excuse to give my sister to take me bowling tonight? What are your goals? You want to be a professional one day? You could play the pro card. Yo, Kobe said, no days off. Work harder than everybody else. The level should be good. The level's not a urethane ball. Does the store mix count for the urethane rule? I want to say no. I'm not the best person to ask, to be honest. You're so nice to my daughter. Thank you very much. Yeah, of course. My parents taught me to treat people with respect. Over time, I've kind of developed the, I treat people the way they deserve to be treated until they give me a reason not to treat them with that same respect. I don't know, man. There's so many rounds in this event. How did that strike? Oh my god. Guys, there's like no oil in the lane. That's why a lot of the guys are lofting. From the beginning, the way I described the fresh on this, at least on what I bowled on, I described it as like game 5 or 6 of a block on a long pattern. Ooh! Alright, so you know how people say that, oh, my house is known for flat 10s? Like, there's no bowling center that's known for flat 10s. Flat 10s happen at every bowling center. Lane 5 at Gold Coast, the way it sets the rack, it has a super high likely... There's a very high chance that you lily. You 5, 7, 10 on lane 5. How come people loft and not play corner with a weak ball or etc.? I like this question because I feel like it's a very normal mentality to go, why don't you just throw a weaker ball? Also, like the kid on 13 and 14 is lofting a plastic ball. So for context, he is throwing a weak ball. But loft is used as a tool to get your ball to clear the front of the lane. Like everybody's pretty much lofting. Because there's less oil in the front of the lane now, they need their ball to get over it so that it retains enough energy to hit the pins. Now, if we just throw a plastic ball off the corner, that doesn't really fit the lane play / ball motion. It's more so the ball motion part. If your ball doesn't do the right thing, it's hard for it to strike. That's why we throw reactive balls over the gutter sometimes, so we can create angle into the pocket. If we just simply throw a weaker ball, it doesn't always do that. I think the everyday bowler should trust and just appreciate what the pros do, because obviously the pros know what they're doing. So, in my opinion, you know, like when I watched the World Series last night. Fantastic game, by the way. I'm not huge on baseball. I just like watching high level of competition. Anytime something questionable happens in any sport we watch, like I don't really watch football. I do watch basketball. I have a little more understanding there. But anytime a player makes a decision, it's because they thought it was the best decision in that given moment. And people that criticize them, more than likely have never been in that position. But I have been in a relatively similar position as these players, so I can I understand the mistakes. Because it's hard. When there's a lot of pressure on the line, you're playing at the highest level, you're playing against the best in the world. There's pressure. And things are moving fast. And you're not always going to make the best decision. But you're also going to make the decision that you think is best at the time. And for somebody that's never been in that position before to say, oh, you should have done that, I think it's a little outrageous. I could rant on and on about this. As someone that's kind of been on the other side, it's hard to expect someone that's never been there to understand. Because if you've never been there, you clearly just don't. You just don't know. I have a lot of gratitude for the people that support the channel, support me, and what I do. I do believe giving back at Junior Gold and hopefully inspiring the youth to chase professional bowling or chase starting a YouTube channel, chase whatever they want to do in life. If I could do that to just at least one person, I'm happy with that. If I have slower ball speed in the oil, it will pick up more oil and hook later down lane, or is that wrong? If you have slower ball speed, it will read the lane earlier than if you had higher ball speed. Spare shooting's been bad lately. Yeah, me too. Hit it. Simple say. Oh, I'm actually really excited for the tour next year. I don't feel like I'm ready. Like I haven't checked all the boxes I want to check before then. Yep. And I'm hoping to check those boxes before team trials. The plastic ball play is wild. I love it.